Take a deep breath. Now let it out. This is remarkable, isn't it? The human respiratory system. We exchange gases with our surrounding environment using this system. We need to remember, the respiratory system is different from cellular respiration. So, then what is the cellular respiration? Why do you think we need oxygen? It's our cells which actually require oxygen. Our cells utilize this oxygen to prepare ATP. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. It is the energy currency of our cells. This equation represents the aerobic cellular respiration in our cells. Now, coming to the respiratory system. This system allows us to inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. Our circulatory system then circulates this fresh oxygen to the entire body. Now, when we inhale, the air passes through our nasal cavity. Here, the air is warmed, humidified, and filtered with the help of mucus and nasal hair. Microscopic cilia are tiny hair-like structures present in the nasal cavity. Now, there is the pharynx. It is the junction for both food and air to pass through. From the pharynx, we go to the larynx, often called the voice box, and then there is a trachea. Here, we must remember that food travels through the esophagus and not the trachea. So, then what stops food from entering the trachea? The epiglottis. The epiglottis keeps food from going down the trachea. The trachea is a cylindrical tube with rings of cartilage. This cartilage is made up of soft bone. It supports the trachea by keeping it open for air to travel through. The trachea extends into the primary bronchi, one on each side. These branch into two lungs. Each lung has sections called lobes. 3 lobes on the right and 2 on the left. There is a cardiac notch on the left lung where there is a little indentation to give the heart some room. The left lung is generally smaller than the right. Now let's focus on what's happening inside the lungs. If we continue through the primary bronchi divide into secondary bronchi. Then the secondary bronchi branch into tertiary bronchi. And then there are smaller bronchioles. These bronchioles look like an upside down tree. So, let's see what we have learned so far. Nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, tertiary bronchi, bronchioles. We should remember that the diameter is getting smaller as we go through these different areas. Beyond the terminal bronchioles, there will be branching into respiratory bronchioles and then onto alveolar ducts. Each alveolar duct is surrounded by alveolar sacs. They look like a bunch of grapes. Each of these alveolar sacs contain alveoli. This is where the gas exchange actually occurs. That's because these alveoli are made up of thin-walled cells. They offer a lot of surface area and they have direct contact with capillaries. The circulatory system works closely with the respiratory system. Red blood cells in the capillaries pick up the oxygen that was inhaled to deliver it throughout the body. These RBCs also bring back carbon dioxide to the lungs. This is a waste gas that needs to be removed so it will be exhaled. Besides the circulatory system, there are other body systems working with the respiratory system. The skeletal system includes the ribs that protect the lungs like a cage around them. The muscles of the muscular system are also involved. Muscles involved in respiration include muscles between your ribs called intercostal muscles. Intercostal muscles also include a major muscle under the lungs called the diaphragm. And then it also includes abdominal wall muscles. All of these are part of the muscular system and they help to expand or contract the thoracic cavity. While you can take voluntary control of your breathing, you'll notice that most of the time your breathing is involuntary. That is, you're not consciously controlling it, the nervous system regulates this. So far, we have focused on humans, but it's not just humans that perform gas exchange. Earthworms perform gas exchange through their skin. Fish use gills for gas diffusion. Insects have a tracheal system with little openings on their bodies called spiracles that connect to little tubes inside. Understanding how the respiratory system works can help us understand treatments for respiratory illness or respiratory problems that may arise. Thank you.